to my life update, because there's just so much to catch up on. I was thinking about like this the other day, and like how I used to film life updates like every other week because there was just always an update going on in my life. And I'm happy to say that I haven't actually filmed a life update in a while, and I've stayed, my life was like pretty, like everything stayed the same for like a while. So this is my first like life update in a while, and it feels weird because I haven't done one in so long. Like, I mean, it hasn't been that long, but it's long for me because if you guys like have followed me for a while on YouTube, you guys know that it was like every other day, like there was a new update happening in my life. So I'm actually like sitting here and I'm like, wow, like deja vu, like this feels like just yesterday I was filming another life update. But let's get into it. I'm gonna start off with the first one. That's pretty self-explanatory. I have gotten some new tattoos, and they're very like visible no matter what I wear. And if you guys like followed me, I always said that I would never get my chest tatted, and I started off with this, and now I have this, and I love it. I think that it's like, it just goes and it makes like all my tattoos like flow together really nicely. That was the only really new tattoo I got. And then I just got a lot of touch-ups, like my red was like really fading on this, so I got it. And then I got my finger tats touched up because these were looking rough. They were looking rough, okay? But yeah, that's what I got touched up. And then I got these, which were really exciting. And you know what? It was like not painful at all, which I was really expecting it to be very painful, but it actually wasn't. So that was really nice. I also started another business, which is kind of crazy because I'm sitting on the desk right now where I like make everything. But I actually like have cleansing room spray that I sell. I make it myself. I use like charged moon water. I put crystals in it. I do like Palo Santo essential oil, sage essential oil, witch hazel. And I make like homemade jewelry. Like this is a jade crystal little pendant, and I like put each individual little jade crystal on. And then I also made like this little like Vampire Diaries inspired necklace. Like I make like wire wrapped rings, earrings. Here's this like wire wrapped like Klaus inspired one. I think it's cute. But yeah, so that was like a pretty like big hobby of mine that I kind of just like made into a business, and it's been really fun. I haven't really done a lot of orders recently because I honestly have not even been like talking about it or posting about it because there's just the past like 2 weeks have been just, they've been a lot on me. So I'm trying to get back into it, and if you guys like want to check it out, it's daniellecohn.com or Healing with Dani. It's in my Insta bio. That was really cool, and I'm like super thankful that like you guys give me this platform to be able to like take a hobby and turn it into like a business. So thank you for that. But let's get into the life update that everyone wants to know. I am single. Which, if I'm being honest, I never thought I would make a life update for being single with the person I was with, because in my head, we were endgame. I thought we were literally gonna get married. I thought he was the person I was gonna be with for the rest of my life. When I met him, I was like, it's done. For any other guy in the world, like, this is it. This is my one. This is the boy that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. I was wrong. But that's okay, because, you know, there's times where that will happen, and I'm very, very thankful for, you know, the long relationship that we were able to have and the memories we were able to create. Do you guys hear Cora? She's trying to get in here, but if I have her in here, she will just be crying for me to pick her up. So if you guys hear scratching at the door, just ignore it. I don't know why she's scratching. There's so many people in my house right now. She's not out there alone. Don't let her freaking little baby self distract the combo. But I'm very thankful. We had a great relationship. Like, besides some of the things that had happened, there's really nothing bad I have to say about our relationship itself. I'm not necessarily proud of some of the things that had happened and why the breakup was caused. I think that throughout our whole relationship, there was a lot of things that were just, there's a lot of dishonesty. And I would kind of always just forgive it. And I was like, you know what? I'm the first relationship. He was this F-boy before me. Like, I can change him. And so I would always be in my head, I was like, well, I'm teaching him. Like, you have to teach, you know, like, if I don't, you know what, now I'm looking back and I'm like, I don't even know what I was trying to make myself think. But I would basically just make excuses, all the excuses in the world. I was his first relationship, oh, blah, blah, blah. So that it was okay for, you know, there to be this dishonesty about some things in the relationship. And during playlist, I know you guys had knew that there was something that I had broken up with him about. And, you know, one of the reasons I had gotten back with him was because I had, you know, thought that I was told the full story. And turns out I wasn't. I had found out, I had this like gut feeling that something just, I wasn't being told the complete truth about a lot of things. So I just, you know, I ended up asking around what had really happened, and I found out some things. And when I broke up with him, kind of like the first thing everyone was saying was like, oh, he cheated. And because I had posted a quote on my story, and what was really hard was I was already like going through so much. So I'm not really here to say like if the assumptions about it are true or not, because you can't say anything on social media about anyone without there just being so much hatred and just everyone like attacking the other person. And I don't want that, because it's genuinely no one's business. I'm very open with you guys, and that's why I'm sitting here doing a life update, like talking about like, you know, what had happened, not going too into like what happened, but I'm still giving you guys an answer, because we did have a public relationship, and in a way we do owe it to like the people who like supported us through the whole like almost 2 years of like things that we were posting together. So I feel like in that way we do owe it to people to like kind of give them an explanation of, you know, what happened, but not too much where it's like completely in our business. So that's like what I'm trying to do. And I just let my emotions get the best of me, and I posted this quote from Beyonce. And like I said, I was going through the breakup. It was like the first like 3 or 4 days into the breakup, and I was upset, I was hurt, I was like honestly just angry at the world, because I just didn't understand why what happened, and I was just angry. And one of the first things that had happened was everyone was trying to get in on the situation. And I have these girls DMing me, telling me, oh, did you know your boyfriend was cheating on you with me, blah, blah, blah. And these girls were just trying to get in on a situation that they didn't even really know if, you know, he had cheated or not, but they were just trying to get in on the situation and just like say all these things to like, I don't even know what the point of it was, but I ended up finding out that they were lying. And it was just sad, because I was like, I'm already going through enough. Like, I really don't need you guys coming to me faking these stories. Like, I don't want to hear about it. So that was really hard for me, and that kind of made it like 10 times worse on my part. But yeah, the truth is on why we broke up was just dishonesty. There was a lot of things that I wasn't told the full story about, and when I found them out, there was just no way that I could be in the relationship after finding out some of the things that had happened. And in no way am I like trying to make this into something where it makes him get hate, because I know that no matter what I say, there's going to be hate on both sides. There's going to be hate on me, there's going to be hate on him, like, and it's really annoying because it sucks for us to, you know, have to go through this breakup in such a public eye. And, you know, when we want to share our emotions, it's so hard because everyone has something to say. But yeah, I think like the main thing was there was this one thing that I'd heard, you know, that I had found out, and I never felt a feeling like that. It felt as if like my body like dropped. Like the feeling I get when I'm on a roller coaster, but that times like 100 in the worst way I could ever explain is the feeling I felt when I had found out about some of the things going on in our relationship. And after I felt that feeling of like betrayal, and I don't even know how to explain it, there was no way that I could ever even give that person a chance again. And that was really when I was like, it's done. Like, it's completely done. I'm over. But I have nothing but love for him. I mean, there's nothing I can do. People make mistakes. Things happen. Like, it shouldn't be something that we like hate on each other for, or like talk bad about each other. There's really nothing to say. If we didn't work out, we didn't work out. We still had a great relationship. Like, honestly, we really did. I trusted him so much. I was like always telling myself, I was like, I'm never gonna go out of the country with any boyfriend because I want to do it with like someone special. And he was that person that I was like, I want to go out of the country with you. Like, I want to go on an out of the country trip. So we did. We went to 3 different countries together. There's just been so many like amazing memories, and like throughout our whole relationship we just did so much fun stuff, and I'm just really thankful for that. And I am at my point where I have experienced relationships, I have experienced hurt, I've experienced a lot of different things with love, and I'm to the point where I could care less to find anyone. I am literally at the point in my life where I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit myself here, and if the universe wants to bring me someone, then they bring me something, but I will not go out of my way to find it, and I will literally just sit here, and if something happens, it happens, but I'm not looking, I'm not trying. I'm just gonna do me, and I feel like that's really important. And I feel like that's something that I feel like everyone goes through, like a breakup that makes them realize, like, just do you, and this is the one. I think that I kind of fall really easily, or I did. And I think that this relationship really changed me because we literally had a whole freaking secret language with numbers, like 20 different numbers of a secret language. So when I tell you, this was like it was like a very intimate relationship. And so it was really hard to like say goodbye to it. And it was like really, it took me like, it's been like 2 weeks. And I would say like the first week, I would wake up in the morning and I was such in the habit of like getting a good morning text from him. I would still check my phone, even though we were broken up. Like, I was still expecting a good morning text because in my head, it like wasn't real to me that we weren't together anymore. And so I was just so in denial for the first week. Like, even though I knew we weren't gonna get back together, it was still just like, I was so used to our relationship for years. It was really different getting used to not being together. But yeah, here I am. I mean, I'm doing good. There's definitely like, you know, times where I will get sad about it, but I think that I was really, really sad the first like couple of days, and I think that I took some time to myself, and I just let myself be upset. Like, I didn't push myself to act okay, and that was a big thing for me, because when I like have ever been through something in the past, I'm always like, don't act sad, like just push yourself through it. And that's not what I did this time. I actually like let myself sit there and be sad and heal for a couple days, and I think that those couple days I was just really upset, and I kind of just like let it all out. And now I'm just like, okay, like I'm ready to do me, I'm ready to focus on myself. And that was the best decision I ever made. I know it's hard to like get to that point in life, but I am so thankful for all the times that I did not let myself heal, because I would have never learned how to actually let yourself heal. And I hope that I can teach you guys how to do that, because it's probably one of the best feelings when you learn like about yourself. And I feel like I'm learning so much more about myself. Like, I'm spending a lot of time alone, and like, yeah, like I will go out with friends, you know, once, not that much, but you know, a couple times. And I'm just learning a lot about myself, and I'm learning how it feels to not have a significant other, and it's really nice. I feel like it's good for me. I don't think I necessarily wanted this to happen, but I am the type of person where I live by everything happens for a reason. And so everything happens for a reason, and there's nothing you can do about it. I was sitting there, I was like really hurt, and I was like almost blaming myself for what had happened. And we're not gonna do that anymore, because we're awesome, we are good enough, we're beautiful. And if someone is not going to, you know, completely give you what you deserve, then get away. Just get away. And I think that's like a really big life update. I feel like I've never had a life update like this where I'm like saying things like this, but I'm happy to. Another thing, I went to the One Tree Hill event, and it was amazing. I freaking met James Lawfrey, who is my new celebrity crush. I've never been so mesmerized by a celebrity in my life until I met him. He was the finest man I have ever laid eyes on. And listen, you guys know this, I'm pansexual, so looks I really could care less about. Like, when I meet someone, I do not look at their looks. Like, I look at them as a person. I mean, that's what pansexual represents. You don't care about gender, you don't care about anything, really. You just care about the person and like how they are as a person. But this man, he genuinely just, I was just staring at him. I was mesmerized, okay? Gorgeous. I didn't even think Nathan was that cute in the show, honestly. But when I met him, I was like, I was literally mesmerized. Chad Michael Murray, literally the sweetest person ever. I had actually he had sent me this message on Cameo. My mom got it from me for Valentine's Day, and I had like posted about it, and he like DM'd me and he was like, you're so welcome, blah blah, and he was like basically in the Cameo telling me about hate. So when I met him, I told him, I was like, do you remember me? And he was like, yes. And it was just like the cutest moment ever, and he was just so sweet. And it was like, I don't know, it was a really amazing moment. It was definitely like, you know that trend on TikTok right now that's like something that altered your brain? That was it. That was something that will alter my brain for the rest of my life. So that was a pretty big update. I mean, that was like a pretty crazy thing that I went to, and I'm very thankful that I went to it because it was cool and it was amazing. And yeah, next big life update is I am currently trying to move, which I know I like just moved and I did like a cross-country move, but I kind of don't feel like home in the house that I'm at now, and I really want to find a house that feels like home. And when we moved here, it was kind of like rushing because we were in a different state. Like, we couldn't be here to like pick houses in person. We had to do it over FaceTime. So I'm really excited to like start this journey, and like I've been like house hunting, and we were actually literally about to sign a lease for this house, and then we found out that we were like being lied to about some of the things in the house. So we were like, oh, okay, we'll pass. So we're back to house hunting. I have some appointments tomorrow and today to look at houses, so I'm excited. I think that it's like a great step in my life, and I also think that moving after a breakup is like one of the best things you can do, because you're like in this house with like all these different memories of the person. Like, getting a new house is like a fresh start. But anyways, yeah, I feel like those are the biggest life updates going on right now, and I just want to remind you guys that me telling you like what happened in the relationship, about like the dishonesty, about, you know, the relationship, I don't want that to be something where it turns into a hate towards him or a hate towards me. Like, I don't want it. And I didn't even want to speak about it until there was like some videos posted, and I was like, just stop, like, we're not together anymore, because I didn't want to confuse people. There was a time where I was in a relationship in the past that was very on and off, and we were always on and off on social media, and I did not want it to look like that situation again, but with another person. So I literally, as soon as I saw that people were getting confused because of what he was posting, I shut it down immediately. I was like, no, like, you can post whatever we want, but we're not together anymore. So that was the only reason why I spoke on it, but I probably won't speak on it again. I have no reason to. Like, we're not together anymore. There's nothing for me to say. I wish him nothing but love. I have so much love for him. He will always hold a place in my heart. Will I probably be hurt for the rest of my life? A little bit, but we'll get over it because we're strong. But thank you for watching my life update. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what video you guys want from me. I'm excited to start this new chapter in my life. I think it's really good. And if you're going through something, you know, like I'm going through, I hope that we can get through it together. And you have to remember that the universe is going to do what's supposed to happen. So just let God and just let the universe play it out. Like, don't rush anything. Don't force anything. Whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. So I love you guys. Bye. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tap the bell.